أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Surah-Al-Baqarah verse 72 Ayah 72. We have read about the incident of sacrifice of a cow. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the background of this incident. So Allah is saying, Wa is qataltum nafsan. Remember when you killed a man, fadara'tum fiha, and started disputing as to who killed him. Wallahu mukhrijum ma kuntum taktumun. Allah made it known what you concealed. Okay. Fakul nadribuhu bibadiha. So we said, strike the dead body with a piece of the cow. Kazalika yuhyillahu al-mauta. That's how Allah brought the dead to life. Wa yurikum ayatihi. To show you his signs. La'allakum taqilun. So that you may understand. Okay. Actually, this all started with a murder. A man murdered his uncle because his uncle has no offspring and he wanted to take his wealth. But by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he had a long life. He was old but healthy. The nephew got upset that when he will die and when I will get the property. So he planned to murder him, and one day he killed him and put his dead body in the boundary of some other tribe. As we had read about it, they were 12 tribes, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them 12 different streams, and each tribe had a different stream, and they were living on the bank of their own stream. So there were boundaries because they could live easily and happily without any disputes. So he killed his uncle and put his dead body in another tribe's boundary. And on the next day, he said that my uncle is missing. I don't know where did he go. Obviously, people started looking for him. And after a search, on the other hand, in other tribe, they found a body and they didn't recognize him. So they announced that we found a dead body, come and check whose body is it. And they were looking for him. So they went over there and he started crying that he's my uncle, someone killed him. Oh, such a merciless person he is. He didn't even think about his age. So there was a quarrel start among both of the tribes. The tribe from which the man was asked for ransom money. And the tribe in which they found the body, they said that no one of us killed him. Why should we pay the ransom? So both tribes had no proof or evidence. So they decided to go to the Musa alayhi salam, because he was the chief in charge and chief justice of Bani Israel. So they went to him and asked him, O Musa, please give a judgment for this case. Musa alayhi salam heard their statements, but obviously he had no evidence, no proof. So how could he take a decision? So being a messenger of Allah, he prayed, Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please guide me in this matter. How could I deliver a judgment? I don't have any proof. I don't have any evidence. I don't have a witness. So please guide me towards the right way, so I could give them a judgment according to the justice. In reply of this pray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered, O Musa, ask these people to slaughter a cow. This was the start of the whole story. Then they asked, O Musa, we are here to get a decision of this case, and you are asking us to slaughter a cow? Are you having fun with us? Musa alayhi salam replied, No. How could I make a fun of you people in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I am not an ignorant person. This is the real order of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you to slaughter a cow. Just slaughter a cow. Let's see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide us through the slaughtering of a cow. They said, Oh, okay. Then tell us what type of cow it should be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them, a middle-aged cow. Take any middle-aged cow and slaughter it. They said, no, there are so many cows of middle age. This is not a sign. This is not a symbol. Tell us something else. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tell us its color. Allah told them it should be brown color cow. Its color should be brown and it should be beautiful, shining, gay color. If someone will have a look on that cow, he would feel pleasant. Any cow who has middle age and who has brown color and looking beautiful could be slaughtered. But they said, oh, actually there are so many cows are of this criteria and they are all similar. So tell us some specification on which we could find a cow, specific cow. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them, okay, go and find a cow which never plow the land, which never water the land, which have never done some work. Now go and find it. And it should be of one color. Now it's a difficult target. But they said, oh Musa, this is the right specification. Why did they say? I have told you that because when they announce a cow, a sacred cow, it's a sacred cow, it is holy cow, then they don't use it for their work. Even today's life, you can see this thing in Bharat, in India. They spare some cows and they spare some bulls, ox, bulls and ox both. Normally, oxes, they spare them as holy cows and holy ox. And they don't use them for their work. And they used to roam about the area. And people give them food and think it's a sadaqah, it's a virtue to feed these animals because they are holy animals. Similarly, when they decided, they can't announce at that time because Musa alayhi salam was among them and they were very afraid of them. So they couldn't announce at that time, but secretly they decided to keep a cow as a holy cow, and then they didn't use it for their work. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually put the finger on their weak point. Go and find a cow with all those characteristics which you would like to see in a cow, which you people think that it is a holy cow. It is more. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put them in a test through this incident. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed Musa alayhi salam that his nation is still, a big part of his nation is still believing in shirk. Because they had spent a lot of time with mushrikeen in Egypt. So they were still under influence. After slaughtering the cow, I think I have told you the incident that there was a pious man in Bani Israel. He had a son and he had a cow. His son was very young when he, at that time, the cow was also a baby, a bachia, a calf. So he was very sick. He left his calf into the jungle and prayed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, make it beneficial for my son. When that boy became young, he asked his mother, how should I start my life? His mother told him that go to the jungle and got that cow back. He went to the jungle and took it back. But he said to his mother that, what is the use of this cow? I can't use it for anything. His mother replied him, your father was a pious man and he prayed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for you. So don't worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make some way. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to get a cow who has brown color from head to tail and never it is used for plowing the land or watering the fields, then they had to search for a cow of this specification, and they found that cow, that only cow of this specification. So they bought it on a big amount, after a big amount. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped that boy in this way. After slaughtering that cow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered them to touch the dead body with a part of cow's meat, any part. So they took a part of meat and just touch it with the dead body. And the dead man got alive. He sat down and he told the whole story of his murder. And then he died again. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the proof. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it a sign of his power for Bani Israel. There were many things. The first thing which they were taking in a wrong way, that we are having shirk inside of our hearts, and Musa didn't know it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also didn't know it. Allah also don't know it. They believe that. Even till today, they believe that if we will do some sin secretly and we don't express it by words, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't know it. So this is a big misunderstanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the secrets of our heart. What I am thinking, what I am desiring, Allah knows. Allah knows everything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said them, I am going to reveal what you are trying to conceal. Wallahu mukhrijum ma kuntum taktumun. I am going to reveal what you are trying to conceal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened their secret. And second thing which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught them, they had a disbelief on life after death. As today, we don't have a strong belief in life after death. They also don't have strong belief. And they had a disbelief. Well, I don't know, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do this or not. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed them, if I can alive a dead man this time, why can't I make all of you alive on the day of judgment? Who will stop me? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it a sign of belief for these people. And on the third place, it is a power show of Allah's power. They had fear of people. They had fear of tribes. They had fear of family, but they don't have any fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed them that I am the ultimate power. Even life and death is in my hand. So you should have my fear. You should have the fear of accountability in front of me, not for the people. So it's a great incident which has many types of messages in it. These three things, these three aspects are the most important aspects of this incident, which we have discussed. So we should ponder upon it and we should learn from it. It is not only for Bani Israel, it is equally for us. It is equally for us. So we should remember that Allah knows the secrets of our hearts. So we should keep our thoughts, our desires clean. This is what the Messenger of Allah taught us. He said, keep your thoughts clean. This is what the taqwa, fear of Allah, is all about. And we always remember that life and death is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So not for the greed of life and not in fear of death, we should do something wrong. Although these moments could be very difficult for anyone, but we should stand for haqq, for truth, for righteous path, even in cost of life. Khalid bin Walid is a very famous name of our history, you know, and he was a commander and he had taken part in many battles. But he didn't die in battlefield. When he was old, he got sick. He was very upset. He used to cry. Ikrimah was his friend. He came to meet him. He asked, why are you crying? Are you afraid of death? Khalid replied, no. I am not afraid of death. I am upset because I want to die in the battlefield like a soldier. But look, I'm dying on the bed. Check my body from head to toe. On every part of my body, I have some signs of injuries. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't write Shahada, death in the field, for me. So call the people who are afraid of death and therefore they are not ready to go to the war for the sake of Allah, for the sake of Islam. Call them and ask them to look at me. I have spent my whole life in the battlefield, but now I am dying on the bed like a woman. So, my dear, death and life is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you safe. But if any stage of your life, you have to take a decision among Iman and life, always choose Iman. Because life is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it is the time of your death, you will have to die. And if it is not your time of death, no one can kill you. No one can harm you. Not a single person of the world. So always remember that life and death in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And third, most important thing, one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will recreate the whole universe, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recreate the all humanity. And from Adam to the last person of this world will stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and everyone would have to give his accountability himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one will come to help. No one. It is a truth as clear as we are talking to each other is clear. So never have a doubt about it. Okay. And the fourth thing is all power is towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is the source of powers. There is no power. Even I am talking to you, this power is provided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my dear, believe in Allah, believe in life after death, and always remember, you are never alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you every time. If you will believe in it, in its true meaning, you will be a changed person. Inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, bless me, and bless all Muslims with this belief, with this taqwa. Ameen summa ameen.